Enti me need pressure ewo my brabo. Enti me no, I don't stress myself.
Okay. I see. Yeah. That's it. Why? Say what me who philosophy? Why? Why me who philosophy? Ono anka says so who say I hear a man for be so jagu ni trim kakra but eh fancy I say over na yanku yanim. Why? I'll come back to you. Na yankoma Vaughan and so akwaba. Captain Vaughan. And akwabo.
Papa Smiley, I drink Kessie.
I drink
I
Cassie.
drink Kessie.
Yeah, wakame pa. Bamaso, wakame.
I drink Kessie. I
May
drink
I
Kessie.
break protocol. So,
I know. Yes, sign cover. Yes, you really sign cover.
and one,
I
simple.
mean, first that Kessie man will be a platform.
Good one there. Good one. So what?
Bombardier. Papa, you fire. And now, men who are not mantel.
Voga ye Joso.
Say, man, say no, or preparation. They didn't birthday no one. Oh,
Sir.
and then the birthday.
Okay, send the birthday there. Make sure so know their achievements more than Ghana. He
Oh.
has every right to celebrate.
Yeah, fan on to once. Why? Yeah, fat and to on once. So, but take on what
Now, then the birthday, no.
and then in the birthday,
Say,
and then in the
and
birthday.
then fire, and the birthday more than pound. Happy birthday. Nyame obo yemba wiase yi mu no. Oma ye nkwan ne adwen ne ento ane ye no so. Te say ye mpanifo no. Omusuban ne besesa. Eno ane ye sere ma.
Okay, all right. I see. Na kan pese me bo audio bi ma o ho. But said me busa of a twum no. Ene of a kwame no. Memo aka no bi ansa na makobo sa audio no. No can say all forms of division and as factions that leads to a feeling of separateness from the whole no is a disease no wuji tumu anase wunyintum.
Basmali meji tumpa. Say me maka platform we so that say me as somebody be a division background there me ninja. Because I have tried and tested it and know that I mean send I'm penny for the kind you know back you back one be special. And if I by near Africa your way. This year Russia go to share Ukraine so we've started asking ourselves our strength in numbers. Say do we have the capacity? So it means that we all appreciate the value of togetherness and oneness. And I don't think anybody can run away from the fact that being an island doesn't always pay. Some in certain circumstances, when you decide to be an island in those issues, yeah, it will pay, but it doesn't pay in the long run. If the Danko Abuzia government had allowed Nkrumah to finish his journey, that congregation of our bauxite today, Africa would have been the best place to be working as of today. But they didn't see the vision he had. Like Kwame said, they were short-sighted. It's also wisdom, like it takes a lot of wisdom to know that okay, idea may made the mahon then may do say by a humbo we can go further. It takes a lot of wisdom because in doing that you have to be selfless. Even if you are the biggest, you have to be willing to be the smallest among the group just to see it happen because that is what you want. But the moment you lose the fact that Nkambo Monon is greater than being standing alone, okay. Today, if anybody decides to stand against Ghana or any African continent, even Africa as a whole, I don't think we even have the strength to fight anybody because all this while we've never seen the the benefit of uniting and having a common fighting force or something. We don't even have it. We said the time and again, say, changing our currency, even uniting in one currency, can turn the fortunes of Ghana around, of Africa, sorry, the entire Africa around. We don't seem to see it as at today, because as at today, most of us are only selfish. We only want, there's a greater reward in we knowing that much better. Why didn't Russia go directly to US to start bombing? Because aside US being a bigger force, he has NATO behind him. So Russia himself didn't say maybe best silence and son was starting. And your number baby. Because when you say Ukraine have na warrior na only forces, in as much as people are willing to help, they don't have the full support and the force to help him. And US can't say the other countries say or US is unity is everything. Without unity, we can't go anywhere.
All right. Yeah, that's it. We teach him how the aba. Nansa na mebo audio no, right? Boa me kakra wa ha say. Abrante bi na say ene ya na asemi ye, right? Say wo pese wo send cash kakra e de kofi ohun. Owo United Kingdom. Na cash na wo pese wo de kofi no. Ewia mu ho baby na baby a app na we use no omo de 9 cedis 55 pence. Momo de na pesos me boa.
Pesos.
9 cedis 55 pesos equivalent to £1, right? Ana me ka say eja won send cash na nya de be enko no so da bi wo twen anwumre ebe de be ebe kosoro ampampa in the last verse 30 minutes na the app no sending a message say sikano echo 9.7, right? Into free 9.55 echo 9.7 into na fi de wa send sikano de be echo na sa wonu yi no wo ye man bofo na say the timing and correct because say sikano konanim sa no enye encouraging for sikano, but also one wo twan ma sikano akonanim ansa no wasende wo ye man bofo na say what the business no wo ye
but small on the business no yeah. Smart people make money in businesses. You see, even in acquiring shares and all that, you buy more when the share prices are low. So as a businessman, it's not being on your man before no. As of today, I mean, and I said me can radio, so say me sika bia me world me dey acquire forex because our currency is devaluing by the minute. Oh sorry, anopa now be say rate here say ya area be do na sisa. It's just gone high. As at now, the dollar has even broken the 8. And see, after the 8 now, person breaking no jama. It's only being smart. I don't think you're bomb or minor. Because in life, you have to be smart always. And so no, at Nasi who say, at this time of the day, the rates are changing so rapidly, and you can wait a little while to get much more. It's just about being smart. It's just about being smart.
What would be the impact of say and you seeing the city devaluing no and you be your margin say wo musika kakra na wo mo no wo na be kwa $1. What would be the impact?
I don't think the impact is something anybody wants. Me myself, I don't want it. But again, sitting down and watching your money depreciate by the minute, it's not something any smart businessman would like to do. So in as much as we don't want to see what we are doing because we know it weakens our our currency the more, we can't also sit aloof and say, oh, any year protect your currency. Between 2016 to now, like I told you, every investment you have in Ghana has devalued exactly by 50%. Exactly. Say, oh, call now, see, oh, me was escaping to the major to bank, but the two investments will make cover. As of today, the value of that money is half. If it was $10,000, whatever you could do then, it will do only half of it. And encouraging though, but we can't also sit aloof and say we will watch our investments go down the drain. I know they ain't mentioned. It's unfortunate. No, we can't do that.
Oh, okay. You know,
Papa, Oma Membranca, make and common I then come make a crowd.
so me musa na question.
Yeah, I don't
Memoaba meba. Enti no, se sidi no ekosoro kakra dia obesa de dollar la kwa akwaji bi meboa.
No pepe na me train. A cost row, and you say a cost row keke. Me train na say me say okay after there it's regaining its strength. So just like you do in shares or bonds, when you realize that prices are changing, that's when you trade off or you buy. So we are only investing. We are only be smart investors. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Enti minua na yes ara onye my mbofo, right?
There. He's only being a smart investor.
Okay. All right then. Ever say we say no enye short sightedness dey of akan na.
Look at you see, why do you think Russia and America is pushing wars? They have guns to sell. They just want to be smart. Everybody is being smart. You can't just sit down and say, Usika, you are watching your money. It's very serious. If you live here and you have an investment and you call in the money to check the rates and you know that okay, or you intend buying something and you check in the morning and they tell you okay, you can buy it at this value, and then by midday it's gone higher. How will you feel? This one is not even that probably after a month it's happening by the day. That is what we are faced with.
Is there no way the Bank of Ghana can create artificial shortage of the dollar? Said the beya unka woko say okope bi aton unka unya binto.
I don't think the Bank of Ghana has that capacity. As of today, how we regulate our money doesn't give them that capacity because even the chunk of the forex is done on the black market. We are yet to put in place measures, capacity to make sure that all these black market sales do not happen. When you go to China, you can't even buy. Only in small parts of Guangzhou can you buy anything with $1. If not, when you walk apart from that area, when you go to any part of, they won't collect your dollar. You have to go into the bank to do your forex trading, and then the country also gets its taxes to generate revenues. But we don't have that capacity. Everywhere you pass, you can get the forex to buy. So even if they try to put in measures to curb it, I think it will be difficult.
It will be difficult. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Morgan. Nientie of a chum. I'm receiving a member tape na mawati na majwa adwonkyerɛ so ɛwɔ ho. Obadwum.
Yes, sir.
Na so person ba emu kakra nti.
Come on, now I am in the park. On the Rebecca side, sir. Abrante na odi ne mfato no. Woni nyansa papa. Na obia wo pese wo kofo so usua sa abrante no. Woni nyansa. Wo wa mfa no. Ene mfante ne be say awala.
Sao.
Awala Aquano and a minion voka kase or you super of Casa. The guy is a very smart investor. A young son no ameka yeno. Wuni me di nkomo kane e man kabo muni ne manema. Mama historical perspective. Wo mo muni nyanse ne nyina no. Wo make ho abom. Europe yake ho abom EU with different languages. Yansu e buy ha obi beka say Ghana man kasa be 43 it is difficult to kabo mu a lack of knowledge. It is not a problem. Different languages is not a problem. And unifying Europeans. Why is it a problem? Because we lack certain level of knowledge. Say ready pass here, the language differential shouldn't stand in our way. We don't have the knowledge. That is why we are so fragmented. Unity has and will always be a strength. You can't who boom a year. Maybe I wouldn't say me a great advocate. My car. The ya attempt to be a you nimi nyansa, you Jimmy, and Tina, you intimate and who it's a best example. Europe. A brandy, Sikasano. At a point that we are not a figure, you was there, you were trying to crack, and you 2-3 hours later now, and you know, so no, and yaka crack. Smart person. Message the Basse, Mini Avoga and Casa, and Toko is Ukraine, Russia. The moment Africa, Ghana, Yamsi Betia develop nuclear weapons, the whole world will begin to respect us. CSA, Yamsi, nuclear power, nobody can walk over us. But so at the moment, Ghana city, we are naked, and at Ukraine, and China, Tijuana, Russia, and USA. At what did you crab as a 5S, Britain for 5 SAS, crab is Sea Burma Camp. They'll take over the entire Burma Camp, take over everything, take over the whole airport. 5 SAS people, special air services, soldiers, especially elite part of America for the air from SEAL. These are special forces. Nipa be 5. They drop over through parachute over sea in Krakowa. They take over the whole Burma Camp military academy, and the whole Ghana is naked. But the moment you bet me I develop nuclear weapons, America will respect us, Russia will respect us, China. And the back stops with leadership. That's what it is. At this moment, the whole of Ghana, the whole of Africa, we are so fragmented, we are naked. Yet China ni bako every China oba no awura Ghana. Ye na kura free prison no awura Ghana no awura wo call bilim Western region there no to galamsey. Yo ne nkrasi for nya China ni aba China broni Aisha one wo to God no asisa gold ni nyina no de gu briefcase him wa full plane wo call. Ye wo BNI CID armed forces there obi antimi nche no. We are fragmented.
Okay.
Ye nimi nyansa ya Jimmy
you
wafa
Mate, so we na abrante ni sika na
abrante abrante onimi nyansa nyansa.
Okay.
Na obi ansuano, that man must be studied. Why? Me na me suano.
Na say Onya mambo ni oh. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You be trying economists na no ma be chichi mama eh. One more so
would there we better economy they try we try na
Mate fire na so person obam ketu abibra na sika ne of abodimra why
asemo bisa Ghana say Bank of Ghana dentina omonka say dollar anywhere. That's the last thing that they can do it, but that's the last thing they will do. They can as a theory and practice, it doesn't make sense. So them say demand supply interaction. It doesn't be new. Then you discuss it in tea. Abama obi the B fee any point about none of why thing. The one back the boy that will be the price. And that's why the ordinary individuals, Alaba for no year, they speculate it's gonna be no. Oh, me now, because I'm in Yama. Oh, Madame will be so Mosizongo. Was on 9,000 9. I don't know what says. Oh, Papa, me. Nakao. Oh, indeed. This is the last thing the Bank of Ghana will do. And because say, you need dollars to be and now, am I yesikano, akofo. Say dollars a man more. And cat, you need problem be oh, if you raise the baby be in artificial. Oh, and that amount 6-point plan. The government on what me at Bebrewa and is to say what is happening, and then natural demand supply a lot of speculation and mismanagement. If they can turn it around without even bringing dollars in. Expect Babia 6,000 and 7,000. I ain't got no more system no. And it is a government responsibility to beat them. Ordinary individual and now Wagano ono Nigeria Mimisa will be a question. Including Papa Smalley and Papa Question Amount. The America for no, or one day on factory China. Are they not good citizens? Then go the iPhone, Echo China. Then to the German phone, Edomo, BMW, no, about Oxford. I don't know good citizens. The businessman look at where he make profit. Into the ordinary individual, whenever you see something shining, that's why you have buying responsibility. And your individual, no, where it's not about patriotism, quick thinking. Simple.
Yo, fire.
And the government is refusing to think.
Okay.
Catch on, and one, I don't know.
Yeah,
I individual.
Yate, wate. Onso do the aba. Unyani ti pa. Edru ofa body eso. It is ofa body I ready dia. Obaba. Say onye ready dia. Anesika. Ebeba. Ofa body. Ofa body nye ready. Okay. Yo, yani kurem. Why? Yeah, unse kurem biya kuremu yi. Why? Anesika. Bamaso.
Papa, I drink as you want to say.
Nyamia don boko nanswe.
Papa boko.
Good. Yo, any me sure say what in nkoma ya bone kakra kama me boa.
If I show you.
Any Kebi. Why? Kebi.
Yo, Papa, my men fa konya we so na mi cheche obi bia. Papa, my men fa nche mu odin fa ma do fa pofutum berema. Papa, penny ni hwe ko wa betwo. And I will fear that a penny will ma papa. Yes. Also a crap tetano, they say yes, I'll be tetano. Say a crap one thing. That's what could do some money. Not penny be a jamot. Heck, now penny no fiana. Papa, what to be that?
Mati be pay.
And the penny ni shifano or a betche. Penny so fear, yes. Papa,
also,
my sister, Ojahine and they now that Papa and the Prebu man.
Nena woda. Why?
You offer any member I would apa. You are would apa. Na kaka met me akato so ne se offer see I nipa ade chi ade esa no na nyina ne yi nipa so nyina na mpomu so ye den go enti no me ka se nyame hira ne nyame mbo ho ban bia ne kra met me aka che wa ne se hwe wodidie mu ye men dwendwen bebre didie na ye exercise na nya free minded and ma pressure and show so bebre wo as wa ko regular check up maybe a year do no what near trial 40 sa papa prostate cancer ne sa anyo mani na o se nipa yitimi check na ye share your status ye hu your status in health very 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 important very very important blood pressure regular check is very good na ye tuntum for na say bibi for na say Ghana for no sa anyo mani empe check ye peche kra just yale bia kan ya to team ansa na ya hwehwe hospital echi akwan ye ni o ti chroma so nko GP da just GP afre ne se mi hu wa che ansa na akọ GP ndi papa efutu akra me de beto so no
Yo
papa o kan baby efa o say I am that I am ana me bo
we say bit ma practicalize this system kakra.
Yo, Papa, me offer yaw. And I yes, I had a friend.
Offer Kwame and now offer
Kwame and you offer yaw, offer Kwame.
Offer Michiao.
Okay.
Papa, offer Kwame back bones and movie say, and no trade ampon, and maybe not there and there. Obia, no one is disputing that. No one. Obianca so trade ampon, and maybe no one has said that. But Papa made the minimum say, Papa, I am that I am, no. Of child Utridian Poyango Pong at the bass as is no. Papa Obia or a dear unique be an idea strong could be on one. Obia Nibi, I say DNA no. Papa also be any DNA.
Yet you
different. If I am that I am, no. O hwesenia nipa bi fi na ade a o fura asase so a yentimi nye nipa obetimi aye sa ade no obetimi aye kra ent se de nipa na ye no aye se papa wo che fidie echi o firi woni nipa foforo ba ona ne study is different from wo what you say Into I am that I am, no, individual differences. And it's here.
Okay, all right. So now over practicalizing on. Okay, all right then. Okay, thank you. And you're going anywhere? Why?
Papa, what can be big a class of $1 no me boa.
Aha, to say that for me ya. O this kabe kofi me ya to turn me. Na ya fra so ya kotowe. Na ewia no share rate na e bia be 9 cedis 55 pesos, right? Ana wo study market na wo se da bi enwumre be kosoro. Enti won sani sika na wia na o twen ampa enwumre na akọ 9.7 na wa send ko wo yo man ba pa na say wo ye man bofo.
Yo, Papa, of I think very much say a very, 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 very good question. Papa, man before, I know why no man before. Or man before will be a sebe. You don't mind a Japadia shenansa. So on to turn your man to man before, and no more here, or more grassroots, and here for more brother and man and kola. Be bet me a so muso. No do a so on yenisa. No quantum scanner. No at a chairman and one in the bush for an hour for friends and cronies. No monam rim a jale, no more party, no more this kind of lavish lifestyle. Silent panel, near friends or man before. Nadia Bantene, why you smart? Papa, well, I yet yammy been a year, I young commercial be, and a soft for being a prophecy be, or class no ready marketing. Already marketing no idea chances a woman's high is very high. And the abandoned papa, yen as no fast chum, as he can yin shabby be film. Your wall see it me reading nipa, it me ready situation, me me assess the situation, no, near thinking ahead, near making move. It is at the end special car, you know. Other special or thinking ahead. Or move one step ahead. And all the answer the man. It is a TV as I know see yes. Papa dollar ye kwa na ekosri. Papa di ntina manabasa. Papa o hwe ye manga na mu a. Afi bia papa mu a ye krade ba Ghana. Sika pudu. Ene Ghana ban use the car mo de ba Ghana. Papa me no kasa so. Ye wa abayi me rice factory esi ho. I don't know say ye adwuma. Me sure say ye adwuma. Esi ho. Ghana mpanimfo sebe obi andan you know say sa factory na esu no. Ye betini aye ni ye ama na sha say ye adwuma ama na create employment. Ama mu no aye trade from na ne ba no. Papa, ye nja akra so beti. Ye ka ye kese dollar de ka mo ba. Se si ahwe Ghana ye nnuane ye di nnuane che say ya dane consumers. Papa, ni nyina ye de dollar de ka ba. Bibia ye dollar. Ntele na dollar no ho nye den. Papa me pa cho omo alaba. Omo tudu. Omo se seska no. Papa me pa cho ene omo ni ma police station e chiri ho no. Omo se seska. From a black market no. Papa me pa cho illegal na say illegal. Say juma no.
Black market there say there omo ya black artist bi there say nke illegal. Nti no say ga ufo no ya na omo kotete kakra na omo ne wa side business no.
It's not to say illegal. Na ede na police station echi. Ye timi sister ho mani ye na police nchi obia.
Police ni kru have so nya bia bakwa akosesem.
Papa ho me bi edru. Ohu baby ebi ye kan mo se yasem wa. Ye kan mo se yasem wa. Ye nti ha te se ayro ho papa. Eti dollar ne die ebe ko ye tie no Dr. Bawumia be ka che se dollar no wa che no. Alloko dollar ne diki na kuma IGP. Ena ye papa, yan ka se papa 1. Duncan Williams, papa na yes and friend. Papa. Papa me also. Hello. Miss Makati off.
Nana
You're
okay.
It's Cromanda Duncan Williams. A bomb pie G Chico Bremen Nala. So the years moja arrested dollar no. Man to Sansa Nana. Where is that man? What about Umyanu? Oh, my, I have frosters. Nina Yajuma. Look at the don't let sledge me. Obey to mention dollar. I'm not so. Sir, Papaya, Yamin fan a currency, Yamin fan a currency. GCPC, refiniding. Domestication.
Peter, Mr. Lati, Dan Lati.
Mr. Latte.
Latte.
Papa, domestication. That's some not the buying. KDA, Juman, Kebab. Produce what you eat. Don't depend on anyone. You're very good. By your journey now to see a papa milk as a bunch of cry your car tomatoes. Ghana sassy, fertile land, said the old thing to shoot out from creating fish. You be beer, you the beer, don't do an eye crack. Man penny, sir, Nenny Swadi who are there by a panty for food and job is what you won't be a cussy. It's an air quiet and I say bye. Papa no for chum, so can send me fast and kaboom. Papa baby, if you are said 21st century. And 2% be catch or say, a baby before mon come home boom, and son among me answer come one boom. Papa, baby, if you are said 3. You be catch them. One cast no for chum can be say, knowledge of ourselves. We don't know thyself. We don't know ourselves. Papa, if we know ourselves, deep inside within us, Papa, and can ubukra say ya, to see any abbey who swing Quebec and one boom. Nay, formidable, nay, one. Let's mean nay, 20 legu. And yet you tell you to say Pixar. Above 1886, our Berlin. No much traffic, and Pixar, no much more. You have to be Portuguese, Francophone, Anglophone. And never be a via Cedri. You to me sabe, I join into me, Massa, maybe a via Cedri, Africa or City K and boom, and you be a great Jemu. Papa, now me make Ghana. Me go to go, just a big visa, me your passport answer. Why? Me mammy a Ghana, me papa a Togo. One people, just a visa. And then, next my bony for the chrome. Emra. Papa, or do what they be the passport of recreation. It's a baby before now, Papa, or one. Papa, I didn't. But as time goes on, with the hope of such special for women, special money, and cranny, Papa, you might be yes, because programming on the Mayan, they need to be on Boassa, but they may man. Papa, at least
not special for UK never Ghana, na will be special for Robin Kobusano.
I say, no, and Pana, your warm crowd, Ghana. Bema, and Quano Comajumu do cacao. And to say, yeah, no time.
We want the beggar.
If I say,
this is way more with the beggar. Or mobile video games with the demo.
I mean, that's what I cow.
Of what doing it.
I mean, that's what our president up there Africa dear. Papa,
all right, then, Nanasika. You ever down so as if see who am I? One basis can say more as I know me. I send the cash in be a call Ghana, Madame, my branch and I make cancer or come home. Of a June, and a year, Nanasika say, well, smart or smart, you, that's it. Why? You go to your Abby's way. Na Abby Sujin says, I quite smarter or me and Yahweh. Abby, you to whom you call Bamaso.
Yeah, Papa Swallow, I drink a
Good one there. Titan.
Charlie Onion.
Okay, you. Any young quay. I'll quana or train my Sicano call 9.7 or your man before an answer or patriotic.
Papa Smiley, I think you taught economics, so you know that it is assumed that every individual or every consumer thinks rationally. So if you think rationally, it means you always want to get, the best from whatever decision you make.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this guy was able to apply that rationality thinking.
Okay.
And also, there are so many factors you need to take into consideration when you are undertaking any potential investment decision. And one of the most important is timing. You understand? So he was able to apply that timing thing to maximize his gains. So I think that is.
But what is the possible impact of such gains on the economy as well?
Papa Smiley, in every decision,
Mm-hmm.
there's a trade-off. One person will gain, another will lose. It is only in certain types of negotiations that you try to do what we call a win-win situation, where nobody wants to be cheated or I know. But in this case, he's an individual. He wanted to maximize his gains as much as he could. So he was in a win-win situation because nobody gave him the money. He worked hard for his money. So he has to make sure that he got what we call value for his money. And that is exactly what he did. And, for any decision, Papa Smiley, people live on foreign exchange dealings.
That's right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that is what they do. They time the market. Of course, there are other complex decisions, factors involved, but timing is very, very important. Let me. I don't agree with Vaughan on some of his assertions that if you made any investment in Ghana now, you are exposed the foreign exchange variations or changes will make you might have lost 50%. And the grounds on which I don't agree with him is this. Of course, you will lose by the deterioration in foreign exchange if and only if your business is exposed to foreign currency variations. But if you are a farmer in Ghana and you don't export your goods, you don't import anything, the currency variations doesn't affect you so much, or at all, not affect you at all, unless you export or unless you import some of your raw materials. So that is the caveat. Papa Smiley, you were talking about the need for us to consolidate or come together or unite. And, people were highlighting language issues and so on. And, reasons why companies acquire each other. I think I might have explained this thing here briefly before. And the main reason which underpins the need for, people coming together, like globalization and so on, is based on what we call synergy. You understand? Synergy. The principle of synergy is this, that the sum of the whole, the sum of the whole group or the sum of the whole thing is always bigger and greater than the sum of the parts. Do you understand? Or you want me to break it down?
Oh, me mom dey am try say you know, the office but my change my mind for. Hey.
Yes. Papa Smiley, you want to add 1, 2, 3, or 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, up to what number? So let's say you decide to add 20 ones. How much do you get? 20.
That's right.
So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 20. You get 20. But synergy is saying, or the principle of synergy is saying that if you consider the whole thing, the benefit you get is more than adding the individual parts.
That's right.
Because when you bunch the whole thing together, I mean, some of the part or some of the individual will add probably more than adding them 1, 1, 1. And in business, we explain it with maybe there is some I don't want to use the language, but I think some people may be more skilled, which may cover others or add more to other individual values. In business, we normally say maybe there's goodwill. You understand? Goodwill means, or maybe somebody has been in the business or has been in the thing for so long, so he's got more experience. So you add all of these things together, and they give you more value. So in the case of, let's say, Africa coming together or Ghana coming together and burying the differences, the richness of maybe some of the culture or the diversity of some of the things will give us a better appreciation than each individual community trying to do its own thing. And Mr. Chum's worry, which I share with him, or most of us will share with him, is the excuse of language is not acceptable. Because as we all know, I mean, the European Union is made up of so many languages, even Switzerland. Switzerland, they speak 3 languages, small Switzerland, 3 languages, Italian, German, and French. But they are still functioning. The language thing should not be a problem. If and only if we will do the right thing. Papa Smiley, look, there is, as somebody said, but they have managed to make it minimal. I mean, the impact is not pronounced. The Scottish, the English, the Irish, and so on. Rather, they don't make it pronounced, but like some subtle, the Welsh, they have some subtle undertone. But, it's not pronounced. And the reason why it's not pronounced is this. If you go and sit somewhere and you overtly display discrimination, tribalism, or ethnicity, and so on, you know the consequence. You understand? They will deal with you. So if in Europe or in this society, it would be wrong to say people don't have their own individual things. But it is within you. You can't voice it out in public. If it is in this part of the world that Kennedy Japan say, hey, we will slash all guns, we will do this. A radio producer went on say, I don't like guns, I don't hate the gun language. You can't say this in well-organized society. You can't do that. But because we don't have these structures, these control mechanisms, It is looking like it is very, very difficult. Which shouldn't be the case. You have to pay the price for community cohesion at your expense of your own personal stupidity. But hey, this is our society where, you know, people are trying to will support this simply because the person is aligning with the person's lineage. So we are causing the harm and the damage to ourselves. You see, yesterday, Mr. Bwedi cited an example of Amokachi. Do you understand? Amokachi was teasing Ghana for not being able to have a stadium or to select a stadium. Do you understand? If you listen to Amokachi's tone and the way he said it, I mean, there's nothing harmful in this. And even say, oh, he didn't mention Ghana, but he said, oh, he's our small sister and so on, which is acceptable by any standard. He didn't insult Ghanaians. He didn't insult Ghana. He did it very nicely. If you understand the banter involved, you understand, because he's saying the fact. So there's no way you can wake up and say, oh, this is Nigeria. No. He was talking sense to us. Of course, if it's Nigeria, we can also poke that fun. But I know there are certain Ghanaians who take this. But if you understand where this guy, so I think because there are no checks and balances in managing in Europe, they are together. But they have these frictions, but it doesn't go far. You understand? And even when it goes far, they find a way. You know, when UK left the European Union, you saw what the French were saying because of fish, these fishery rights and so on. If it were certain societies, you will see by now they haven't finished. It can lead to whatever. But they've dealt with it, and you know. You see? By now, Cutlass, they are people on the border. Hey! Do you understand?
It's going on in Boko. They are killing themselves in Boko. Mamprusi and Dagoma, they are killing themselves in Boko, not in Ghana.
Exactly, within the same community. So, but I think, Mr. Chum, we can attain this level. We can attain this level of community cohesion by enforcing the laws. Obuadenana was trying to say that, oh, we are different, some people are superior. Nobody is superior than anybody. Obuadenana, the fact that you are a professor, the fact that you are a professor, you are an engineer, you are chief, you are what, it doesn't make you better than anybody. Do you understand? If you take your professorship or whatever you are, it's your career. You live on it. Without that, you become nobody. So why would you use that one to rub off for me? The person is a cleaner. He's also contributing to the society. So what makes you feel you are better than the person? These sort of titles and accolades we used to, it's what is messing us up. Look at this part of the world. Whatever job you do is what you do. But go to Ghana, people, and all what they claim, this pomposity, this bigness they do, it's not even translating into our society. Meanwhile, they expect you to lie down for them to walk over you. You claim to be chief. You claim to be the best chief. And your community are not even feeling that cry. Then you want the people to be worshiping you? Oh, what the fuck about that we are not, we are the same. It is the society which has created that difference. Because when your contribution is improving or impacting society greatly, the people will give you that recognition. But if you are a sensible person, you can even say, oh, come on, I don't deserve this, or maybe it's too much. You even soften it. And we've seen it, and this is what is destroying our society.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, Pastor Wale, let me
All right.
come up.
Thank you very much. Now,
Papa.
uh-huh.
Can we add it?
Okay.
One second. Little thing being done now. On this topic of say, they are discussing. Asem ba kun so Ghana ha. Say yesika sem enye nti ama ena nipa pi dodo no enye adwuma. The job situation is very bad. Nti a generate a lot of armed robbery in society. Nti me the position I take in say, no armed robber and confront wo ba be bu pro na be piska so for survival no. Ukuta sikai ukuta tuo. To me, my solution is this. We can't say Obia, the Obiti on fire. It is Obia so a two because Crawford once he died 1 year, one year to you. Now, what was it that won't get you to protect yourself? Maybe I thought you be because man told you, let us be naked in my house. Crawford no bad wall from a wall or baby boomy window. I be Kumas Sami Niama. I gave me common sense. I said, "Mr. Me told you be me quite me with the right to protect my property." Mo amotiablo tienya mo be sida mo be confront the only property be out and also about be take wo wade a wo wakọ bre over 20-30 years in the cold and to be feel say a common sense can say the moment I will be Ghana now be see down the old family no and so we protect yourself because abide to be protected. You have to do that. Each one for himself and God for us all.
Indeed, and over. Sisi I say, oh, if you want to be bahona or bokrono, shoot to kill and I say shoot to break leg and I say.
The license approach for the Bible say I should at all times. Yeah, the license I'm say mean to defend and protect what is mine.
Okay.
And in doing that, I know they are working at any babe. I have to shoot your leg, shoot your hand to protect myself. And that's how who can shoot to me. Who wakumi onaba who be kumi abesisa me flat screen TV ni me one adiako. And you okay any no. Me did say we are crafty to say what you say.
Papa Swale, it will depend on the level of resistance or the person's approach coming.
Okay.
Do you understand? If the person is coming to your house with the intention of killing you or messing you up, then it doesn't matter how you face the person.
Okay.
You understand? Because you see somebody coming to your house, he's putting his gun into your home door and shooting and wanting to kill you. You want to wound
Abi, my problem with you is that you know my house. There is a normal way of coming. There's a front door. That's the only place. That's if you are coming to my house and you are not coming through knocking for me to open you or my house wall, but you are climbing the fence wall from the back. What do you want me to do? You think I should welcome you? I should shoot you. Put a bullet nail in your head. You are a thief. Simple. You want to come to my house, there is a front door, clear. It's every house, even in the village, the mud house is got a front door. But you choose to climb the wall, fence wall from the back. What is your motive? What is your motive? I should put the nail that I put in for Kwame San. Nail you.
Over. And no, sir, I don't hesitate to cry. Who's a wolf now? What clock or the now fire?
Master, Papa Smari. The only conventional way to come to anybody's house is go through the front door.
Yes.
If you come through the back door, you are a thief. Simple. There is no if and but. You are a thief. You are your motive. I explain you. I said the motive is that there is a front door. Why are you breaking my window, the side window, to come into the same house? Why are you breaking with the chisel spanner, breaking the window in your house? Why? Down the front door, there's a bell. You're a king. Why? Master, we are dealing with motive. That's all. answer. If you answer the motive, you find answer why I should shoot the person.
Yo.
And I still
ma to the all kind of fire. I'm saying that of a Kwame Casabinim say Obaba Ghana and Bia Obaka say Petuno Bako to Homana.
My cat is sent it up or catch me. I'll work on it. So on kind or can't I'll do some work on it. Yeah.
But can Kwame hold the gun?
Oh.
Well, that's how we are told, yeah. Well, the question, Abby, the question is this, I'm telling all of you, I've been attacked in my house. So we need a tool to protect yourself. I'm telling you, even if you call the Ghana police, they tell you that there's no car. Take a taxi.
So Mr.
You have to protect yourself.
Mr. Chum, you know all of this and you are telling us to come home.
Because that's how me here for 10, 12 years. We'll be in Kumi.
Yeah, but you have a gun. Those of us who are coming with that gun, we are not coming to
Papa, what look at the enforcement. Would they say Primo Airport? This all be through Ghana, then you can import it. We'll be the free America Abrewo. Now we turn on London, what did you hit to a massa? You suitcase, you better use cases, cram my, you may be an opposite shame, then you are in trouble. Please don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that.
Also, but now what they are. So,
the armed robbers or the thieves, they are not waiting for you. It could happen that the very night you arrive from the airport, they trail you.
And they stay in London and die there.
You understand?
You stay there and die. They send you to your old people's home, and then they bring you meals on wheels, the sausage every day, and you eat sausage, and then you die. Stay there.
Mr. Chum, some of us are facing the fast in that Ghana there.
When you get old, social, your friend of meals on wheels, you know sausage. Now you're abroad, no one could tell you about tea, and biscuit. You stay there and drink your tea. Me,
that's over you. That's it. Right. Yeah, I mean, tea of a Kwame Kakra. Of a Kwame.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Obama, you see, I'm fighting your corner for you.
Obama of a chum. Ape to about to Juana.
Oh, me no. They call Ghana 26 as a 26 Now we call and the one I got to Ganga pump your friend is if you hear who pump around is too multiple
action pump raffle.
Yeah, because give me call and security there is one of the things who for freedom you must find a way I also secure home. Now, they got to never register. Now, when they call police station, and I advise on what they mammy say, if you know, would it be defending? But to be aggressive and also about territory. Let's say, who should to know? Let's say, I know that one now we took me a chicken case at also. And my young pata, it begins to. And the whole to there to the kuno. Period. To the kuno. And then they will near no or the case, and I may you baby, I'm in the flat, I may bet to the officer in the Ushu to me. And in that case, cases are with me at the attitude no more. It's no more there.
Wow. Sana police in the chair war.
Sano advice or the mammy, no.
I see.
But yes, I'm so. And I could be a rough year or we want them. And I'm in meeting, no. I'm make a chase. This will be quiet. Mia publicity of what it is said. I got to it will be. And I'm in meeting no one day. I'm saying, maybe you know them in fix you. They not charge here. Let me jam one a pity. Intinya dia me target to a pity. And you make actually no one shock. It could now on more for about 6 years. Will be attempted so about the harming. And me manopa, if you know, only behead that talk kicking that I know the ankasa. And if you are there, just a be away hope. Oh, ba, when you say it was so deep, person so pee goofy or me nana ba who ye soldier ni military soldier for bi or ye doctor and kazanso. Inti enema ye be defend ye ho de. Wunni mu a na be ba.
Asena say wo kra de wa boa ho dada.
Kwa so de ubetumi a attack me. Then me fear ho de ene ye friend do and die.
Do and die.
Do and die. And there be no do and die. Do and die the next say be you. Me do so. Now ukukuru mi.
Na say na wa nkasa watoto ni bi da.
Anaka. Buleti my jini chube ene gume ho.
O de kokun otwe ana say wo to ehwe wiem keke.
Eno de me de bo me ho ban. You know bullet no ye led nti odi kuma bo a wanya wa poison.
Wa poison abo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You will see once over there. Ghana you need still once na hana me hu say wo mo still once no bi wa.
Okay. I see. Na say abi busa say wo butima atutu na say wo kra o
On tempting omra opa on fa gangemra. And I will face them.
Over doing a foreman on. Yo, you better say now.
I said, Bibiana, man come Bibi, say, dollar no one.
Dollar in the a branch in the end. Oh, Jane said, you know, a smart and I say, on see a man before.
Why you there, Grammy?
Say, not rate near a Rihanna at 9.55. Oh, I know, or say, why share a yuma who say, and when you run not rating is our costro. Into no,
a better costrubium.
Into what ya, Murea, and a call 9.7, and I was sending Sicano. Right? Into no, not if we say, so a 955 now, one sending now, or train man a call 970 no where man before na say where petrol
I could for the name before you run. I could for the name before. Crofopia rural politics more woman the entire more politics. And I can't the word independence in our home TSC. Mr. Smiley. The war independence and on the logic they say. So what teaching society be also said the bear or more being between us for private woman needs at least vital needs and the economic needs nominally. But if I say you come to depend on other people, nature say you are not building a society. Imagine you have got two extremes. Imagine say your society be on crack. We independent. What did dollar heading? Say dollar because through a bed theatre for what are heading? And that society being so we need to see what credit be and into the that dollar no and now a near my only be no. I was so winner. Now we so young so from outside. Until from outside the dear. And then I was only be cop and found out what your baby out. Yeah, economics for near you. Simple practical terms also about you. And this was Gilo. Let me tell you one secret to me. Yeah, Brana, America, Brana British war control, yes. The medium of exchange are they share on money wealth and then the possession of good. So, any certain precious minerals. And now, Sir President, anything, Nixon, or pass say, what they will be pure gold not to change, not the dollar, a be international currency. But dollar no, and the paper America for the plenty. President say, yeah, a COVID problem. What me, Prince will say, government no printed 3 trillion in country benefit me, sir. Simply because if we see our best asset is $1 international currency. Since say oh ye be bay and Crawford shake say no. in American economy no still high weak. So over to me invest in gold. That's a crisis in you convert your investment gold into currency be stable. So no protect your wealth Now what travel American need in the paper but told gold and I say ultima if you chroma man it was no reasons no. What the paper never to make I say sometimes be a queen. What you call the bunker? Go to power or sano. See Jesus Christ or was it for omomeshi? Or boys here who call now who say gold a friend is streak. Gold streak. The quality near 100% pure. Say what's uncle boys here, sad streak, it's no more there. Ghana, you need gold reserves to be our. Here we are. And it's a nipa no omu kumba no say omu nyansa ne da fom a omu ma nipa no kanu kire omu kwese wagilo want me provide a duma be man kwala na ye productive the only pabia so who need and na ene me bi wo ho no so you can fight it say ye fun e commodity wa e wo so odidi so kosre na wunya e wo so hwe another means and this am be so I'm hwe no more means na wu a wo kwase ewu enti wo kofro a friend say wo fatu mo na yes say bia wo fatu hu na wo ko this step no but wan ko fatu wan ko pe bia abi be ti no ogu enti wo be risky enti enipa wo mu e ru ye man woman na ma crisis aba o manu crisis. Oh, me can say sometimes na me na kumasi na do something. Na me person me do so. Wo ring na ya tro you do unity here, do unity. That's not me prostrate ham. I use that. Me respect this long. Me go do so baby. I'm very by anything one mama do so me hono. That's me ba wo ma do so free. Wo ma do so free. That we Yankopon boy it me do so baby ah. Na ma ko je ria yeza o wa ba be jam ale na mama nyo so na so fan kwase at me so.
Yankopon boy it me do so baby ah.
Master may try to make give me money. The nature and they force me say I was me discharging near man. Nature say who see that now them say anytime there will be bet me a toilet now we provide the toilet or bontia master now who woman just with them fundamentals no what a memory see so and then you make one ye say a cry for ye penny for no our modern no our woman they don't know and they will allow themselves to be taught. Yeah, this one no. Freedom of expression, the best way to build a society. Anyone see what happened?
Yo, you better ask it. Why? You better ask of Kwame. Na abe send me tape bi. Msa no pa no. You bebo na afi wo bia ka ho kakra na afi ye de dwumadie no abe wiye enti. Yenti de opani eka.
Ene mabawa. Me masema make a chewu nyina se mpanifo ne boka twem. Eka bi o mo bo no mo bo ato ama mo na mo ba bebre. Enti mo nsore. Anya no kure wo hwa ye wo se eka. Eniema o mo se ni nyina no ye se na twem mo. Mo na mo ba bebre. Enti se ne mo ansore a eka ne da ho twem mo. Eka wo mo bo a emene o ma ni nyina mo da tinchirima no mo na da ho twem mo. Empanimfo mu ntie sabi enye titinu ne ne titinu a opani kasa akola nkasa bie no enye ni no because they say nkola na afro wom niamo ye editia wom daate no afro wom eti se mu fi ase asiesie niama dia ene enam nsiesie niama said be ya daate njirima bebo odimpa said ye bokwa menkruma dimpa yi na mom se mu kosoara edi pese menkuminya ene ntro ekoswa ebu o man ne dia ene na me mafutu a me de be ka kire nkola na ne se mo nsore na ka no eda ho twem masem no
Yo, wɔse mo nsɔre na ɛka no ɛda hɔ ɛretwɛn mu sɛ wɔbɛkae a ɛnora yɛka asɛm bi wɔ ha sei ɛfa African proverb bi a ɛda hɔ wɔse war is created by people too old to fight for those too young to die. Na meka kyerɛ wo sɛ yi war no wɔpa yi war no firi hɔ no nefa deɛ wopɛ sɛ wɔde hyɛ hɔ biara ɛyɛ dɛ bɛyɛ ɛhyɛ hɔ nti sɛ wotie papa yɛ asɛm a ɔno wayi war no afiri hɔ na wɔde yɛka ayɛ dɛ bɛ bosea ahyɛ hɔ no ɛdeɛ na wɔka ɛfa ho ne yɛmfa nsɔre so mahu sɛ Kwabena aba nti medi ka ama Kwabena aba na waka bi owie a mɛhyɛ aseɛ wɔ Bombardier so and then to Vaughan na sɛ wɔfa boadi wɔ hɔ nom a waba na afei yɛahwɛ ne yɛsɔre so kwaa no nti mɛki sɛ dɛk wɔ hɔ wote me nka ɔmyuto ho bama so
Papa, adwenkasi o.
good one there na impom te sɛ
Papa, obo ade ada Roma. Yete ye kura ikurum.
that's right
Papa. Asem no me ka ketu bi efi echire he ya. Papa, ye ma Ghana na ho no hu. Ase on se oyem ye oya. Na ode onkope oyem eduru no na akope bi a wonan eduru papa. Obeye ne den a enye. So, wa I was no. Papa, o man na ho no hu. Ade wo mu an say yenya patriotic. Ghana for ni nyina o dodo na bi a be 95%. Patriotic for na 5% pe. Na so wo say o man we ya so hu. Wo be bre. Papa, ye ni abrofo net. Obi a oni ote France, a wo ka say ni ote we UK, ni ote ba bia. Papa, wo he say dey abrofo yo mo niam enye sa na ye niam. So bi wa papa ya sem wo ka say nkwada nsore ni ade. Nkwada bone nko a wo sore akɔhe. Nkwada bone sore akɔhe mfa papa. Yo man ewu mu no say de ne say papa. Say ye kɔto aba. Ese ye kɔkyeche bentoa. Kɔkyeche ntoma pofa. Kɔkyeche de ma ayi. Opa de hanso enye sa na tie. Woni pa na ono kra fi ni pema kɔto aba no ko na say yi ska de support politician no do de aba. Ye ho no ni opposite. Now we are the opposite. Ube then when you said you will be on the other side, no? Enya adwuma. Ada no ka say bia yen change attitude pe obi say kum na tikwa pai na attitude no ya de yen say sem fit no. So no ote so ho no be ye kro rekwan e de abubu say yen fa nye ekwan no wasu a yen fa nye kwan no na asesa chip se ne abo ne na so no kugu wadwa ya. O man e be da na bi. Itimisi stadium, Besi Pond Stadium, we see in Azania, Papa. Who could hear no ma a hopato? Just say, amphobia, who be amphobia. Yet the other say and cassa. O mine own amphobia. Una mahado bruni, bola crada for man, or bruni before ball and the for two baby, Papa. And you know the two bobefa. You knew another catapult, so ball is in chain, obey you and a good form of Papa. And I now be acquire on kind of create in New York. Was in Patuntum, crab a year then or assassin. So, Papa, yen cannot cry. Yen no Ghana. Ghana no class of feet, Ghana no more. And I now don't crack. Not to make him cry, and I say. What to make anymore? Just say, I am here who's actually cool and yard and you will be Timua. When you know, say, your mind in French and Chimano will be a person you be an and net dino, Papa. I don't know how mine. Of I know some of the kinds say pure good ni be ni home ni papa. Me ma na de bia make am see generation bia a fee baby no on the poor Ghana bro. Of I know generation no. Come say Ghana. Cause ye so na ye ba no. Anya hu Ghana kakra. GNTC no kwa me kroma ni me hu more me go. Why am dey say no? Hwe your calculation of I know generation dey say o man no. So, timi say of I know say the kwa say ke mo kwan mo kasa. 74 no na na do kra ka ho sase ke mom kasa bi ko so hwe Ghana say ye ni nyina na ye sa generation no
Kwabra, when he say Wafa, are you referring to Mr. Chum or Wafa Kwame?
me say wo a we 70 and above bi ano o mo na say Ghana ti ko he calculation na wo mu a me wo fa wo ye hwan yo me na do me papa because me say Kwame from anye mo be ye no me aso niam ni bi me hwe en that time no penifo kakra ye omo hoye hwe calculation ye age no na abubu a omo na destroy Ghana na ntimi amfa Ghana no transition no anko the next level ebia ne ye ne I said the papa kind no your opportunity see nyina be kan bo say dey be na asi see the we ase ko na aya gas prices ne ade nyina ekọ aho kire ne ade eba ni nyina no that's how at that time no abrofo omo fa ade twitwa say democrat for and a republican for twitwa gas prices on to Facebook ni ade enfa nje say mutimi to mu ye ni say ni say they don't do that. They are fighting you come be fight to mutimi reverse say na that's what they doing. Yeah, what they about it's sanity there be akwatwi ni Jonas ne kwa na me ho dwumaye say make catch say gas prices cry boy do catch say me in North Carolina a top to $2 na me tell say gas here $4 papa say penso a Ghana fo be nya odo love ama country say odo a de ma oman no ye na rasa atini e ya boden de ma ye moja na nananum hwegu ye de ma ye no edumi ne ososo say ye be bi ato aso no se sa adwena amba na de MPP ni NDC ese hu no ete o man mu papa say ya ne be ye say ya papa because you compare Bruni there ni bibi ni the way bi papa me say ko ti Bruni hu say the abrofo ni ma bi o me papa e na me busa ye friend say Isaac Azebe so papa so ko bi a ko ba so ye citizen wa hu na we wi na wakwa waso ewu ti na wi bibi ya na ade na we no unipa na o ye no aka cho say unim so ni baby e free ba unim o culture unim say de wo ye o niema men ton twene fa culture no eteto ma na transfer no uber daachi onana no bebu din say ye wo ene nam so a odi o ma bedum pet so papa so ho futu buru ni de ma obi on ka say to de no twen o wo se fa na America kura hia wo de no ba ye de ye mpe ye culture papa no we don't like it because obi dinam ye kurasi ni bi asikurum say obi a wuti ye kurasi ni bi a wa bankran no wa hu niema ni ebusa say na mo ne so ile na mo ne ile eni ile de awaye uska aba say bi no ma ya ye ti ha itwe wura kire nkrofo Ghana ho kire say America de bibia ye free wo da so de bibia free wo di free wo ye bibia free na pressure ti Ghana na ho na anka obroni kura pe hwatena no pompe papa kokudu baby a UK na awo no ablofo sika fo no omti wuram omti efuum omti city nyina titi fuum tese wo afuum no obi se wotie efuum no obi kura epe appreciate it ni yie enye nchini ma no papa the way na man papa ana de bia metimi tena ho ti din no mo tete Ghana yi ebetimi ayie Ghana yi ebetimi ayie papa ne de yesoa eniema boden wote Ghana na umutu no mse ahochi no papa obi ama bo so atwabre mo no de twene nua enu ahwasem ani ye ka se obi de wo sudi ni niema ye enwi na mi bu so obi se ti wo de sudi eye enwuma unua se onkudi a Boga to the kaswa ede be ya de bone de abakurum se wo so to ne di ni nyina ye kunkum ye ho aden na ye tisa ye peska ne de kwahe and I say heaven na 70% Ghanaians no see you call heaven you betua you get fee ansa na yakwa na papa you know man ho do na odo ene be ma man no akọ nanim sa asem si a kwan bi na be kwa papa de bi asa kam seta man na ho kiraba recession time 2018 na America adwuma na ye yi nkrofo adi PhD for kwa no mo kopɛ McDonald's adwuma ye no ana amanfo edede wa ha no ka si din ka ti ata se ya ti abruchire yenye jumaye na yenye ya yenye nsi hu ne keka papa ene ye pacho ene ankrofo akọ adwuma ene ma sika se beje 1000 kra na bre adwuma ye adwuma 6 months 3 months na sa bi ne ya Ghana ho da bi ko se ne NDC ne MPP nti ye nka adwini bum ekwa be ne be for so ma the next generation no atom
asi na ayi opani be catch me say leadership it's like parenting na say o relax ana say obu ani gu niam so kakra bi po obu na oba enom toilet munsuo right intino leadership I say parenting no nya dia o say wobu w'ani gu biribiara so ɛwɔ sɛ ɔkɔ all out ɔho nti sɛ yɛ woni korɔ no a wɔka saa no yɛ adwene deɛ a na wabusa ho sɛ wohwɛ the kind of leadership style a yɛwɔ yɛ my Ghana mu a does it go all out nti ɛyɛ nokorɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ temamufoɔ no ɛyɛ deɛ bɛyɛ ɛsu tumi hunu nyansa here and there but in the event sɛ wɔma hunu nyansa no what is the all out leadership goal sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a we will be able to have some kind of coherence in the society nti no ɛwɔ sɛ temamufoɔ sesa nti no leaders no deɛ no wɔn yɛ what exactly are they doing?
Papa, what's that? Nina leadership near my Kenya. So, be a man fans, it be a menu me, no. It be a man say, oh, the men fans who they my minister died because I know the other man for damp. Remember to be a CPP, maybe a creadon for some. Maybe a creadon who say, BB, and I see a the boy mine more mine quadim. We will say, Yampne. Leadership as well. Now, the other side, I say, yeah, Kwama. The other, you know, a name be a and pass will be any so, and to what you treat dear, a be a bagado, saying name. Was there Abby, and rhymes of my reference, we say I could also to no a friend is saying, and if that's a position. Now, and this is for the idea, but or Fred Mutakan and the kind, I say, send him money with M1 mine. So, and just say, Juma, and then say a trick actually. Sabine say, ye de your mind, Papa. I say, be a maca, lady, I am a trick. Yes, I am playing Tiawa. Na yako back. Ye fio, ni yako fa agwen papa bi betim di o man na ko nanim amu bia but together oh we dey ya te ase ni enko yanim. Papa, sa na leaders no, wo yes wo soro ho no zo hu. Na o rally omo mo ase ho no, na de omo ba. Ene bi wa hu. Na ye kire kakra munye sika na moje na mo de to aba man krofo no because e wo to ko dis misika na de to aba ma me se wa ton abato na ma me. Mi wi se me ko pesika na me de betua asa e ka no. Papa, maybe they say your politicians be what? And I say be more opposition, and I say more power practice here. Obu so kun omoka because that's all Kobo be say committee me for no. And then we just so dey atwaba. Come on, Papa. You ever see you Ghana for? Men kwaji politicians see kendi. Say kwabna MPP ni me more normal. Me wo MPP strongholder. To abetia me. Na ma me wake up. And now we na the other one. One tell say global is nyansa be fie. Ubia be ye na papa e be say me kodi party na se me nya hwe san kwasi asam papa me tia na makoma kra me ya obi opposition for no kwati u kodi party na chede no wonya me di republican chi no o ma bre bibi for do di party achi ma oman ene de u beja obi ka say o kodi party na titi de ya ma o e de na say party ni ye ma o party ni bibia ye ma o party na say o make sure say party ni ya de a oman no pe wo dwuma no me support kotokwa isa kotokwa jibo wini bonus on brembi debi me die so me bombe shego na o ma she house fo ama be ni age 5 nail ye o mo de hye other people enyim hia mu kobo mu house fo diem na ade ni dia ba sa na me pese me hu Ghana se me die pete me die pete a sa na me pese bi hu esa bi because se ska me gumutom asa na mo te me kodi party na chi no o ma e bibia ma me
yate Yebedo asipa kwabna ana mountain in Kana say final words and the echo fire birthday boy
maybe a birthday
no didn't birthday I know
fire when they happy birthday bra minim
na odiba boninti wa birthday
when they happy birthday but she share your mama why but she that my papa boy your mama fan show
that's do bi ase papa eni mati kakra minia kwabna ozo akasa kama enso me na nya adwen o se am fodo odo be de share man mra no kredi nya do America ni eti America o invest in China one kwabna na say enuru 1 year no ka portfolio investment for the shares so I to do China what is China you don't know America no any America investor obe who say there's business opportunity in Africa he'll go there and you don't mra famra ya juma what the mra ya juma Oh, is it okay? And this time, I can't say do her. Me say, the moment I see a leader, or so pay investment about or you feel the man cow and I'm a child philosophy no. Because can't around say you so and I'm back our hands. Say, you don't my member of offer saying and that's cat and brothel. 21st century, you don't go to the forest, say, I'm going to bring bees. And oh, you're so primitive. And you'll be out there. And here, we are so primitive in your thinking because you need a small temper hive. That was still garden, the bees themselves will come to wherever you are and create that honey that you need. If we have good managers of our economy, they will need not to travel around. They will create the noble environment. Investors all over the world will come to our country, as is happening today. What is it Dubai for? Or what the advertising is and I'm kind, and I come say. But I'm telling you, an average Ghanaian beer, or just can also do the whole dog Dubai. That is how it is. They have made the place attractive. Oh, I see that one as a failure. Most time, I could talk a laptop mango now. I have no time. And I catch you say, I didn't must hire no. I'm wondering because laptops you to come on in the village there's no electricity. So you want them to use laptop as a console now. If you come on papa, that is it. One thing who said, Yamani no, Adiana, yeah, no. And Francis Simon, how are you encouraging that? Would you party? Their party no. Their party. Pet concept, come on, Tom say, we need new direction of a new concept. Yeah, that is Simon. Party no, opa, ma of a true Hanum and Koye MPP, the same result never back. Yes, you move you. Now, people who have the merit, Omunko. But now, maybe cut to a quarano, and then baby, I've been putting my coffee and made motor no make a crack. Ah, make a celebrate. Papa, my sister, no, said argument to me, no more. Oh, a comic by an opportunity to some people in government. That be Ofuriata, health minister, or the young one time. Countries with brains, after comic no, a broman for China, Russia, Britain, the way you should, Tanzania, also ye America, come with bring at the comic now life. You know, if you say or no, what person use currency, you know, a David to promote to a gun, but there be American. Say, minimum of how I didn't now. I'll offer this alternative. One country, Ghana government, don't dissolve the military and the police. This kind of mass budget, you have to subsidize Ghana for 32. Gun culture, and you the papa. Gun culture, and you the papa. Gun culture, and you the papa. Oh, so Ghana, oh, fee, this year I remember Numbi. You must my borrow. Omo grab big arms, who are professor, you're cool. A lot of people who are American who fear come into a papa, and you see how Americans always mourn and groan because of this gun culture. Now Britain and this are the different alternatives. The police and the forces they are to protect our internal and external. So to externally Togo, I was saying or in Jabambuye, they move to Nakum. You see Britain Han. Say I get this more. Normally, return at the BC police. Oh, what do you know? If you have police for Tiomoka, and military Tiomoka, let us also yet to Manfako to you. And brad, the necessity in life. About Ghanaians, necessity in life, food. And I go for the Dokubako campaign that, and they talk Dokubako, one city, Mr. Morgan said, this necessity in life. Ghanaians cannot afford this necessity. Ghanaians cannot pay their rent. Hey, Baba, man, can't try. Was he and could Ghana for 25%. Abra president, editor, we call this for economists. Ghana near Katia, and now Kofuna Muketiano, Naya service, 600, 700, you go to 25% at time. Look at the big government reform. Oh, you're too for government not so in now. The ordinary person now, while impoverished, you're going to tax the person another 25%. What kind of people are this? Oh, in the market of Saudi and so per se about there. A town choleta and from government. Women dissolve the military and the police. Oh, my man saying, women dissolve no. Now, no budget no. You have subsidized Ghanaians who want to hold gun. But over the years, gun culture is not a good thing. We have people that can protect us and we have employed them there. Yeah, and I deal with so, or one of the other peers. So, they call Kobna 80, we call Ghana buy 4 years, names of Kobna, but count years so. Economy until they need to change direction. Okay, I can't now, or my brother, okay, I saw kind. You see, what's the Abumo? You see, when people are doing what is wrong, like the Supreme Court of Ghana today, we need to tell them that and Kojin Obi ya getting you know who say I didn't need ya catch them. Irrespective of who you are, catch them. Okay, that's it. We claim any NT. Is the and I haven't got the program. People are talking about African unity. African unity. African unity, really? Okay. Let's see how African unity will be. Oh, but we know the story, and if you want to go and say that the people they miss you. Now with 2 points we come now the sumi and then make kind. Come now what to say actually you know about me. Come now.
Come now who with you.
So was it actually my police in action or another exposure and another then I see.
Oh yeah, actually no US. Actually no US. Unti any so no.
Yachiba umia.
Actually no. Uti ya sunu biase.
Oh, one a bit me actually. Papa.
I see now perform na actually no. Unti I kamata ko belino.
Oh, okay. So kind of idea. Now, so you say, Papa, tell a choir, but you born a bit with the about a pomo.
It's on the national. Now, on the actions near below, a more condition to come next year. Only a semi American, only a Juma. Ocachano. The bird conditions need. My man and Cassidy once. What's the FIFA for? Or more, I'm finding a ways were before. Yantachi, almost say, my man can't boss them. Or one here more, or Mamma soon. Into another big condition. Mamma can see the one sem and a corner on digitalization. On to say, see the number 1:4, as it used to be, or say the West Carolina, you shouldn't talk about the city. Now, only the big conditions. So, these are the people. Sankarunim said, Britain, USA, he cannot continue in government. But part of our world, as you were saying, not many we are doing. You better son of so, even including you, say, oh, this company could be, say, uncle, president candidate. Oh, now if somebody like this is in government, I did be on the baby, Yabogu. I did be about me on the baby, in Ghanaian terms, Yabogu. Or say, I don't believe that levy is a good policy. What is the government doing? I don't believe that I have worked as a governor. We need to borrow. Yeah, people can be what does you have to offer? In the past, my basic. Now, this will be myself. Now, I'm possibly here on there. Or say, if they want to about a Kriadonko. Oh, statement, you know. People come here, they don't listen, they only hear us. Mr. Ramo, listen to us. A high use you are. Don't only hear what we say. I use that statement and say I'll support Akriadonko every day against Mahama and Akufo-Addo. Me right and I'm right. Akufo-Addo 5 years. Okay, performance week. Now Akriadonko and Oma is our result here. I won't falter here. Having been in government for 40 years, is that what you can give Ghanaians? Only Akriadonko high. On the governor and comedy matino, and common room was it. Oh, nti me kind at that time say, my home Mahama, you to be my work father, what he can do. These two boys, I could not is far better than them. And the result is there for you to check today. If you don't know anything, go and look at the city. Papa, I don't be asking.
All right.
Binya kwabna, wow, nya yimpa, nya hwe, application no. What the call US dollars, I'm say $15 per. Manisu. Morgan also me da say. Ayi de mitimi me binya 1 row mitimi ayi sun kakaka also da say. About me face.
All right, thank you very much. And Bombardier.
I'm wa
Also far now with the bread. Why?
yo papa swamre grandpa oni ne chat dom said ye nano mama mo so omukọ senchi meeting crunch meeting no grandpa so ko pedia lodge na eja omahwe ekwan eja cd no omerye ho afa se 11 no omeje tuma na so omo withdraw was this ya no ni omunyanya plus na minus so abem no mju se bia adwasa for na hold the name say na other impediments so ho nti no mapin ko ye na other option say bia omekọ IMF nso na eja ukoboso nso a senka eja ukwa IMF dia omunye kra na omde omehwe structure ko sika no America for sika and the doors who IMF for nti taxpayer so de one hwe na o insu sika ni ya bituma ma Biden ho ahye no nti o de okodia omunye kra na omema structure say ye abede AFG na ye hwe se books no emu ye kama nti say ato aban na dwendwen say ye enkoso nko 11 na ye nye hu ye ye gidie ye say bia ka ye ye tobutu ni flan ka bituma pass easily no nti ma masa so onipa yedipa ene nyakopon nti say between 11 withdrawing and I say yes go to IMF ne ye mfa ne sa ne da opposition for kakra na ye nya kwa wi na yetimi ko sika sem no already kwa na bibia nya nko ye covid na enko ye cause we about 650,000 public sector workers are o market kwa no yetumu just 4% abra enkofo mu ndu be 100,000 article 71 holders no yetumu market mu be almost 70% nti ne say sebi kwasafo no ye adwuma ma enyansafo no nti saa na tie ewo Ghana no ene papa etoso biem so no se de maka kire nanado nso be ndwene say ye bibie land borders no unse land borders no 2 years ago I think September 2020 na saa time na covid na so anopa no ene to land borders no ye ka land borders na uko elubu ewo Ivory Coast Ghana na uko Aflao Togo Ghana na uko kulungungu ho so no anase Burkina ntinese obehwe ye beto aba saa time kwa Ghana fo bebrem kodu no omentimi anto abane bi anezuko ye se bia bia grandpa did covid no na efa ho se bia nkofo bi supporters nenso yin se nye opposition for anase obi nkwa supporters na wo nso eja ye ka bia se ne fine the emphasis covid ni the save life but say no papa say ultimate close land border abra wo air border no ajaze enye de bia ade a omudi twabo ye ya obochiri Ghana for Ghana no say ye na de yade de ba nti say no so wo so wo je $150 na year na borders ni so say ne why you serious yes so border ni ye proper there say me wa America me nyini say Mexico border no ye tumu omoba ye check my papers nti so border no ye kama dia na say wo papa de ba kwa Ghana for enim say ye border officer ye whole department for border no ewo be a borders no ye proper department or so much nti so obi fa nwurem kura na o say ye ame no na ye ame ye adwuma no nti so you soldiers ye fa nkobbo bia so mo kejetia pakoko nwurem no omposo ho na mo hwe say obi amefrumba no it is even a year the and cry makaja say one of the greatest scam we are say $150 no every say test na ye no enye PCR no PCR na comprehensive one wa wo free abochire baby abagana enye untimi for antigen test bia also ye PCR test na na bit ma check you from head to toe say abuan baby o hihye bia antigen test na ye just say open tentem etena kwabna beka ya na say kra Biden aban omuche for test kits no afie bia 4 say cause ne bonye de be $2 and $1 bi enti obeka ya Neguchi professor Dan no ka say initially in 2020 no ka say no one was a banji $150 because at the end ye cry no gucci kwana ye being for no why ye crying between $10 to $20 that at most and you say about $20 instead na buy 150 oje ye coffee say frontier Nigeria for up to now Ghana for ye terminal 3 any kotoka airport ye dia no ye nyina ye $10 and company bigi $140 meaning and BMs was say you so if no Gucci for na ye adwuma so ye ntwa yo it is a Nigeria company or this can free and to say no papa up to now no I don't see the reason why so me test any kwana for 150 there misre a dozen dodo you should now assessing for vaccinated ni one have vaccination what vaccination why no any kwase to 150 sir so we Ghana ni we foreigner or say at most baby $50 be the bank person there or per kakra dia dia on review $150 a dozen na landlord and so the ABN so on the same measure we okotuka no obituma yebi wo so hwe say bia Silan yare ne nkoye enti entifika se bia nipa renfi yenye test na mum no o ma test kit no enyefo cause test kit na nkasa no makaje se Senegal for kwa ye bi kra mo ye bi $1 o se on se ade na eba foforo na price it because cause bia na technology na fna ye ene no on se eye ya on se covid no yenye ho technology na banti open crowd to because CVS you see the kind pharmacy shops in America Walgreens no one right aid no utimi ko room cry this I for utimi ko pick bi cry na one ka so fi akwese oba person pregnancy test no ko bathroom and sa obitima ye no swap one ka so fi na obi amfa bi hwe obi asom since vaccination any ye since covid test in cry no ye cry me cry me TB cry che the metia vaccination be ka vaccination cry na ye nka hwe na eja woko a wan kasa kofa wa de vaccine no cause say be wa kosabo no onwu ye say yedu Zetacron intebeka kra na akwese Madam Catherine no ko ya pharmacy no wan kasa ko pick vaccination no o ti se bakwa ba na wan kasa de wo eno ano no ndi papa ye nhwe ne ye review landlord e hadwen ko fo bebra ko ka nkofo maso na ade ba kun so e hadwen say ye say wo corruption e kan yi wasemi o landlord ne say close no border a post American was a department almost any soldier for no one or makwama or Ghana for war Ivory Coast no or mufa elubonum say as the Ukraine see one so in Togo so far flow a more cut route a shortcut or mutu film or try a job back me and do Ghana territory. It's a better say you put the system in place then go for the right place ni intimate day you identify say and that's say any person buy name maybe could this catchy and no maybe internet say kasi close on sila on back cronim internet sila on be on kwade yare ba nemum ye kasa o say no bit ma fa flower say ye be border nemum no ye kasa be ne say enche say ye be ansa nemu over o test na rapid bit ma ye nemu be wi obetwa instead one enye $150 say be obetwa be $50 ko eco was ko ya teso ba be 20 no ni ba kwa calculate was 20 times be 8 be 160 na okay ne me pese me baga na ai formal intina watchia ne seja abanso nyakakra now so da ko support the one ne fa enchichiro ma no na se papa kakra metima kan ene ya wada
yo yenso da se pa na ene ofa body minim se obaso ka bia wamra ofa body
so oni su krawo
owoso oba ka bia na apon ana
I say Mekabi
na ne yenkoi why
Meka kakra bi menu ya no mode a omakeka no akire de mbati bi na wo say sometimes ye nipa no ye dru ba bi a ye nsem kan no a meto na metie anansesem ni bia na masre na me say hey politicians na menu akwa bra say ama Ghana for nyisika na o monkoto aba no oh sometimes wo ye examples bebre na meto na say na say na kwa wo si ye na yi na comparison America ye to patrum but bisa ho say one na America o ye adwuma o si ya to patrum ni mu nyina nti no ne ba o ntimi nidi o betima didi mbetima pia dan ka adamu ayi bibia wo san wo ka akora wo yusu oh enti no even though ho na ho kire no ye tum na ekọ anim but enti se corona ye wo mu na politicians na ye enti se omode o say papa se di nwangu buo mu a na anyumre ye bia o mo so mu kodidi o say no mu si rush sanity enti se wan yere ho ankodi bia o kwa o enti ono ne nkrofo ya o se o mo koto aba atembi oba ha no protect o mo leaders na ye ka ho asem a
on pese bekano leaders na sheda chire timamufo no koma mo achiro mo say at the end of the day no obi kura kwakoto aba ye koto aba no say woman 10 Ghana no nya sada no kura bi kura ne bakura at the hospital onya sika kura nto palankoma no onti omaye se omachire koma ti nipa na wo man nim ya kwa ho chirem enti se sika bi ode baba bia no on cheke problem a okom ena nipa no so achi no ana oka odo asem no na oye kristo ni die na oduru ba bi na oka na nsem na esan mayi yesi yenhwew ni yensuam wo di anim no ye ya kanfo esi di odi akire nhwe di odi anim ne nante no nipa no se ye no man no ye ka asem na asa kosi ba omiamo na ayimo nana adomo so because omo no ye leaders o se ye no man ye o ye sacrifice ne papa
yeah ofabi
mete wako na ma resi ya na start nti uye muntu aso
ya ti ye bedase why ene ofajum
Yes, sir.
on so far now word ofajum
The final word is say, I'm saying my year from Swobi already so to me dear to so Papa, I Mikasa can and also make consent P. Now me cry me the answer by say each one for himself and God for us all. A casa a war from in collaborate what to be miss what to be in the enemy. Maybe I can't say I crom for a dorsal Ghana. Me me who be that I've been attacked before. And so, Minia Elijah Mensabino was one name in Yardney. I mean, introduce gun culture. The reference point was in America. Me, Casaman America, some make a gun asem. The American me do one dance here. The gun culture in America, none in the war gun. Because acrom for America, the acrom for drugs, and before the do and America went through a war. One we war a tuaka I'm America, baby. Abekobia, yaton a tio gun shop that yaton yadwa. Sa shop le bi ni gun ha. And say large abekika kikanin some no. You need gun shop anywhere in Ghana. Stop the end why. Say that's come here said to say as said in New York le bi ni ho. America there the ho. Yeah, one more license to operate that way. That is what is the culture. You more license to operate and sell guns. Wo bia ni gun ha yaman license say your beer store you go connect to pump action machine gun person ebi ni gun ha enti aso wo kan me ji tumpa say wonim de wo ka na wo ka ye na me ma no kopai na me ka say oh akromfo nti ebi attack be da enti ye ne ya abrotie trans ya na wo ba Ghana police enti me mwa Ghana government army enti me mwa you have to each one you have to protect yourself. That is what I gave reasons. America, baby, at all free police or Ghana free police or ma. And Sir Elijah Mensah say, one of the gun culture one support to or bar. Na minim class or bad yeah. Because now the man who said, Uber because I want to go what to be the one can pray. And yes, also dear. Now, I say, Onim, he has never been attacked by an armed robber in Ghana. You may bully that million crowd, but see had that. And minimum the effects, how sad. And now, you say, me protect myself. I can no longer rely on Ghana police or Ghana army. And a professor, be a friend of Professor Kwesi Eni, where head of security, or Kofi Annan Center Hall. What I say, illegal guns and what society, a door for Papa. One more, I come forward to your one require a door social police for the I don't think that's a woman. I come forward door so a dressing no chrome. People must eat their needs. Consumption and needs. A quality nipa wako wafet you no da kobo obi apo okono na wagye sika no de adidi na ka wo nso wo bi na wo di born ho ban a if you say you have a level of protection I don't get gun culture because the level of the other one we need be there conform no boom poma you are naked you have no protection what say kuma ka ho wa fa wo yire wa no yira da wa sisa wo niema wo de ko entimi de nanka futu a I'm saying, this is something I will share with my brothers. Now, only there was one name in Yardley. Fine. me if we na kokra me hu bibia ye protective me matra brotire na me take Ghana ha me 14 years me nya so say wabet go fra brotire abetra Ghana for 14 years the troubles that we go through here onim enti o kana say no boom boom me kan me onyina so betum re ni matre say aye better say obi a wakotra brotire abrehwe slow ye namu wo benya a level of protection because Ghana police will not protect you. That's the fact. Or don't say Ghana police about protect you. I leave it to him. And maybe I'm 2012. Akufo-Addo can say all die be die. Mistake because Akufo-Addo was not born in Kumasi. I am born in Kumasi. 1950. Me who you ya this kind of payam ya do block. Me who be Akufo-Addo who say I didn't be that. What can say all die be that? Onim the all can. Me say Elijah the all can be no. Media metis and to ya do block a sit die a petty the petri because of UP and the CPP. Ya do sika would depart in intestines because of CPP and UP. And the Akufo-Addo society have been who Kumasi. Oh who be that? Me so me can say akronosam akronfo a bunkofo pro abeku myself niema me nya so say Elijah who be that.
All right, Wafa.
I support him fine.
Okay.
But maybe na me too for say maybe me my Bobby no buy. Opa Ghana ha one more year 22 one more aton land. Obi a wasasi bia wo pon wo tuo ama farm land. And that's what one will be born for. Obi a wo tuo to protect Ghana police will not do that for you. And oba no man educational. Me was citing examples now for US you know na wo Ghana ha. Uko United States ya wo shop ya bie ya kise tuo ya ton said ya ton ya adwa. Sa shop the mean Ghana ha ya. That is a gun culture in America. There's no gun culture in Ghana.
Okay. I've been trying to this thing. Okay. Mama me break Krabi na me fam putu sadie way together. Na yanku enim fefefe. I've been trying to just recollect when a fire can't say no. Fire! And the fire? Oh, okay, all right. Perhaps I need to come this way, and then I'll be able to get fire chief on. Na yentuaso in free honum. Why? Na yentuaso in free honum tino. Try me. Kitwebi. Kitwebi. Why? Yentuan comedian so fe. Yentuaso. Why? Yentuaso. All right, fire. Fire. Okay, all right.
They can't afford basic food. Oh, in the promoted baby, I did anchor ever bomb by no mania diani. Be brilliant to go hospital bill. Because the facilities are not there. Because they are going to cut a lot of things. You go with Brebu. We are privileged. It's more for Chumberima. Now, I have no problem. No, I see gang culture, Oko America, say demand in an higher store. When the demand is high, the stores will be coming. The point in it say, at this point in time, we don't need to promote that. There are other things that are necessity. As you promote it. Oh, indeed, I said American president, Oko rent a private jet.